All right, what is up, Laker Nation? We're here after
What's
game
up,
one.
man? How you doing?
We are joined by TBJ from Hoops and Brews, and TBJ have had this thing going where I retweet a lot of his old Lakers slander.
Bad.
What happened?
Is my connection bad? If my connection is bad, then my bad. I feel like that might be yours. But what's up, everybody? It's TPJ out here. Huh?
I was gonna say, I feel like it's corrected now.
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
I feel like it's corrected. So for the past year or so, I've been retweeting a lot of Thomas's or TBJ's old Lakers slander, and it's unfortunately looked like he was correct. The Lakers might be washed. We do not have the facilities to counter Dame, to counter CJ, to counter any of that from was shown tonight. And this is Daniel Beltz. This is King Watch LA. This is the first time in 7 years we've watched Laker basketball. This is the first time in 7 years that we've been promised any of that. This was the first time in 7 years we've had hope. The first time in 7 years that we've got to play basketball past April. And we were supposed to have 2 top 5 players in the league. We were supposed to have a juggernaut. We were supposed to be the number 1 seed. We're supposed to be a team winning at a 60% clip. Yet, yeah.
All right, yeah. Is that better?
It's better.
Okay, yeah. I felt like my connection was acting bad. All right, my bad, yo. So what's good, yo? Let's go.
I just went on a rant right now. I said, I've been a Laker fan all my life. We were promised 7 years for this. We're gonna suck. This was it. This is 2 top 5 players in the league. You're the number 1 seed. It's been 7 years since we made the playoffs. It's been a long 7 years. We went through Ryan Kelly. We went through Robert Sacre. We went through Wesley Johnson. We went through all these fucking bums. And I normally try not to cuss on this shit, but we just lost to an 8 seed. We lost to a team below 500. I don't care. After a bubble, they were playing well. I don't care. The Blazers can't guard anybody yet. We scored 93 fucking points. We scored 93 goddamn points against a team that couldn't guard Karis LeVert and bums.
Yep. It's over.
So again, I
thought you guys were a defensive powerhouse. You know, you got Anthony Davis, you got LeBron. I thought you guys were a defensive powerhouse. That's what you guys have been telling me all year long. That's what
AD was supposed to be the defensive player of the year. Yet
that's what you send your legion of Lakers fans to do in my mentions all goddamn day long. Whenever you retweet me, okay? What happened? What happened? What happened?
I was wrong.
What happened?
Hassan Whiteside looked like prime Dikembe Mutombo out there, while Anthony Davis looked like just a stop and go light.
Yeah, because it's LeBron supposed to take over, and also I'm mad at Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel did the Lakers a big disservice in that game, and he did you guys a disservice by Kyle Kuzma kind of was gaining some momentum in that fourth quarter, and then he takes him out. For who was he taking him out for Dwight or something? No. I think he took him out for Caruso. What are you doing? Kuzma is a fourth quarter scorer. If you know anything about Kuzma when he was playing with the Lakers in his first year, what he did in those fourth quarters and what he did when he went on scoring runs was amazing. He's a streaky scorer. You do not pull a streaky scorer that just got an and one a couple plays before. Let him get some more time. You guys also got to blame coaching on that. And also, you all should be scared. This was a terrible game for Dame Lillard. I was texting my homies in the fourth quarter. I'm like, yo, where's Dame? And then literally he pulled up from half court. And I was like, all right, well, they're about to win this game. And sure enough, it happened. And also, Melo, and also I want to say this. LeBron had a triple-double, but Melo outplayed him today. Melo was more effective in his role than LeBron was in his role. And I think, therefore, Carmelo outplayed LeBron today. And I told Pavy that it would be blasphemous that it can happen. But LeBron, with that 15, whatever, I don't care. You lost. It doesn't matter. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I hate the word empty stats. I don't like throwing that around. But I don't care what you do in a loss. I really don't. And LeBron today didn't take over the fourth quarter. I don't care what you do. If you don't win the game, who cares? I don't care that you have the most assists besides Magic Johnson in Laker history.
Nobody cares. Yeah.
Did you win? You lost to a goddamn 8 seed. I didn't see you score in the last 5 minutes when it was close. Dane was pulling up from the logo, and you're passing it to KCP and Danny Green for a 3.
Yeah.
Gary Trent Jr. is guarding you. Why are you not scoring the goddamn ball when Gary Trent Jr. is guarding you? Gary Trent's not Trevor Ariza. Gary Trent's not Tony Allen. Gary Trent's not Patrick Beverly. Gary Trent is Gary Trent the second. There's a reason why we call him the second.
I'm crying. Yeah, I am crying.
And then Anthony Davis, what are you doing?
I can't disagree with anything you're saying, man.
You couldn't score the entire game. You missed 2 straight free throws. The only way you were scoring that game was from the free throw line. Yet you could score.
I do want to say this. AD was posting up Dame from the 3-point line. What are you doing, Dame? I mean, I'm sorry, AD. Why are you posting up Dame Lillard from the free throw line, bro? I was literally watching this game. Like every single criticism I made about the Lakers, I said that their bench was short and that they would have problems when it came to rotations in the playoffs. I told you that you couldn't depend on Alex Caruso and that Rajon Rondo not being there. Also, will you finally apologize to Rajon Rondo? You think you don't miss Rondo still? Yes or no?
I would say the Lakers.
You're lying.
Hold on. I will say playing Dwight and AD and playing Dwight and JaVale is more. How would I say it? I don't miss Rondo. I miss the fact the Lakers aren't playing 2 bigs. If the Lakers only played 1 big, I think the Rondo problem goes away. I don't think Rondo's that much of like a misuse. But again, in the fourth quarter, like you said, they brought in Caruso for Kuz. I'm like, you should have just subbed out Dwight for Caruso, and that would have made way more sense from a coaching perspective.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense, bro. I'm like, what are you doing right now? If anything, what have we learned about Kyle Kuzma?
Kuzma is
go ahead.
He's missing for a while, yet the fourth quarter, the man shows up. The man just somehow makes an appearance in the fourth quarter, who played very well defense tonight. He was, yes, they might have been hitting shots over him, but it was a very close contest, and he was hitting shots, he was passing, he was cutting, he was doing everything you need. I don't get why you take him out and put 2 bigs in the game and you put Caruso in.
Yeah.
Dwight can't score. Dwight can't score by himself. Caruso can't score by himself. So you're putting LeBron and AD in the game, but 3 people that can't score in the fourth quarter. We need you to win.
Also, this is the thing. LeBron has to be able to go out there and he has to be able to score and dominate. If LeBron doesn't score, you're not going to win. I told Pavy the other day, actually, I told him and Glasses on Hoops and Brews that LeBron, that in order for you all to win this series and actually win a ring, LeBron has to score at least 27, 28. 80 has to give you 27 and 28 a night, and Kyle Kuzma has to at least give you 18 a night. You not like if you're not getting that, it's not going to happen. This man, Danny Green, I haven't seen this man. Where is Danny Green? Really, where is Danny Green? Have you seen Danny Green? Has anybody seen Danny Green? I have not seen Danny Green. I've seen him like for 2 seconds of 2 games in 2 moments since he came to the Lakers. Mm-hmm. And this is my problem. And this is what I've been saying. So everybody been calling me a Laker hater. It's not that I wasn't calling y'all. I wasn't saying this roster was weak for no reason. Look at what, like literally everything that I've been saying all season long about this team is exactly what happened. I said that you can't depend on their health. You can't depend on Avery Bradley's health, and you can't depend on Rajon Rondo. Well, Avery Bradley's healthy, but he's not there. Obviously, he's taking care of personal, reasons. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Avery, prayers for his family. But Rajon Rondo is injured, right? Anthony Davis, LeBron, little knick-knack, growing injury, whatever. LeBron should have been playing in every single one of them bubble games. Mm-hmm. He has not been looking like the same LeBron. He looks slow. Gary Trent is out there giving him some go. Gary Trent is out there making LeBron look like he's an average player. Like LeBron can't even get past Gary Trent. LeBron can barely get past Melo. It's sad, man. It's sad. You better be worried. You better be worried, bro. You better be very, 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 very worried, because although they claim there's no home court advantage, right? And this is another thing. I didn't even hear the Lakers crowd in the background. I felt like earlier when I was watching the earlier games, all the other fans, the fake noise was way louder, or at least the fans seemed to be louder. I felt like the Lakers fans, I didn't feel them, and which is might be a big problem that you guys have. But go ahead.
See, I listen to games. I didn't hear any of the fans.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I hear terrible broadcasting.
Okay.
And that's it.
And bro, this man C-Web compared AD and JaVale McGee to Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
Yep.
Gee, I almost threw my phone through my 40-inch.
Now my brother came over. He's a Kings fan, and right when he showed up, they put Chris Webber on the TV. Like, I put that on mute. I'm like, I'm not watching this game with noise on.
Gee, this man, look. I got mad respect for C-Web the player. But C-Web the announcer is one of my least favorite announcers in history. And I'm so glad that low-key Marv Albert has been out, because Marv has not been on his A game for like the past 3 years. And then they've been at the same time putting him with C-Web. So it's like, imagine that broadcast, bro.
Yeah.
That is one hellacious broadcast.
Yeah, so I told my brother, hey, Pelinka might tell C-Web to call timeout like halfway through the broadcast, because that was like the rumored story that happened. But
really?
Yeah, that was the rumored story that happened. But like you said, I'm low-key worried because I don't know if Vogel has the balls to take JaVale out of the starting five.
I don't think it's about JaVale though, bro. I think you got to stop passing the buck. Leave the buck on who the buck is supposed to be on, and the buck is supposed to be on LeBron James. You guys told me all season long he the MVP. Where is that? I'm dead ass. I'm not. This is no slander. If he the MVP, right? The first thing you did when I texted you was be like, well, Giannis didn't have a great game either, right? But which team do you think is the better opponent, the Blazers or the Magic?
So where I think that shouldn't the...
That's an honest question. Which team do you think is the better opponent, the Blazers or the Magic?
Blazers, but the Lakers didn't get ran. The Bucks got ran.
The Bucks didn't get ran. And honestly,
they were down 16 in the fourth. The Bucks were down 16 in the fourth. How was that not getting ran?
And the Lakers were down 90% of the game. What did like how do you define as getting ran? Like they both lost. These are both. Wait, I'll put it this way:
getting ran is double digits.
This Lakers game at the end could have very easily slipped into the double digits.
The Lakers were leading in the
and
fourth.
Honestly, y'all got a lot of home cooking from the referees, to be honest.
Who shot more free throws?
Huh?
Who shot more free throws?
It's not about who shot more free throws. It's about which players got them fouls. LeBron was literally out there knocking people over, but he ain't getting no fouls. But somehow Melo got 5 fouls. Nurkic got fouled. Although I would say this about Nurkic. The thing with Nurkic is it kind of reminds me of when, kind of when Nurk got hurt actually this game, because he was playing and rebounding very hard. I'm like, Nurk, you might want to calm down, big fella. You don't want to get, injured or injure yourself. But I think this begins and this ends with LeBron. So this is my question. Should Lakers fans be concerned? What do you think? Are you concerned?
If we're going to shoot 5 of 30 from 3 every game, yes, I'm concerned. If we're going to shoot that bad against a team that can't defend at all, that bad from 3, when they're mostly wide open looks, then yes, I'm concerned. I'm concerned.
But they didn't even have a good game today. Like I've been watching the Blazers pretty much all year. They did not have a good game today.
Yeah, but the Lakers were like, from what I've seen, them playing, this was probably one of the 10 worst games they played this year. And really? I think it's just you can't play JaVale, Dwight, and AD two of those at every single time, because LeBron. Okay, like we said, LeBron's old. LeBron can't beat a double team anymore. If you put someone in the paint to come over and help,
but that's what he's supposed to do when he's passing, right? Right. That's the reason why he's putting up 15 assists. That's the reason why he's leading the league, right?
But if AD and JaVale are there, one of their guys can sag. That's why one of the guys comes over, and then AD can't really hit the 3 right now.
Yeah. I mean, but that's AD's problem. AD is not punishing them. He literally was posting up. He started a post up on Dame from the 3-point line and got it all the way down to the free throw line. What the hell are you doing, G? And then passed out into a turnover. What are you doing?
Like, I don't know if you saw, like, halfway through the game, it was like Anthony Davis has to stop playing like Joel Embiid. If the Lakers want number 17, AD cannot play like Joel Embiid, who's just hunting for fouls and who wants to play like a big guard. If AD is going to play like a big guard, we have no chance.
Yeah,
I agree. Needs to dominate. AD needs to dominate for this to work. And LeBron has to not only dominate, but he needs to tell Vogel, hey, I need one big in the game every single time if I'm going to be the best that I can. Because I can't be the best that I'm going to be if I have JaVale and AD in the game at the same time.
Yeah, but but what's the best that LeBron's gonna be though? That's what I'm saying. Like the best that he's gonna be is getting doubled. And then if he gets doubled, he has to pass out. If AD is on the floor, AD out there shooting threes.
Okay, yes. But
it's not even like he at the bottom waiting on lobs. Now, if he gonna be at the bottom waiting on lobs all day, then cool. But if not, then literally LeBron has to just take over and beat Carmelo Anthony. If LeBron can't beat Gabriel, Carmelo Anthony, and Gary Trent, it's over. It is over.
So how you negate the AD at the wing or at the 3-point line? You put AD and LeBron in a pick and roll. And you surround with shooters. That's when it gets scary. Yeah. So we can't. So you do that, and we don't shoot 5 of 30 from 3 every single game.
Yeah.
Then we have a chance. Tonight we shot terrible, and we still had a chance. And I will say, Dame didn't play the best. He still played amazing for I think what Dame can do in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think Dame is reaching to that standard where he's not Curry, but he's right there. He's not Steph, but he's better than everyone else.
He's very much so. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I'm stuttering, but this is what I was saying about Dame. Dame, to me personally, if he can either get to the Western Conference Finals or the finals this year, I think honestly Dame has to move into that top. I don't care whatever category you want to put him in, but Dame has to move into that top category. He has to be considered as one of those top guys, which I think that, kind of before in years past, I might have been hesitant to say that Dame was that because I didn't see the man go out there and do what I needed him to do against Steph Curry in games in which they lost. But this is the thing. Pavy told me that Dame can outplay LeBron in a 7-game series. I told him he was blasphemous. But this is also the other thing. I didn't think that LeBron, right, would be passive. And that's really what LeBron has been doing. LeBron has been being very, very passive. And if LeBron is going to be passive on offense and continue to wait to score, then you're not going to win. You're going to lose every time, bro. Like, you need LeBron James to go out and give you at minimum, you need LeBron James to give you is 28 a game. How many points did he have tonight? In total,
20, 23.
Hold on. Let me actually look it up. We can pull up the box scores in a second.
It was low 20s, and Anthony Davis didn't score over 30.
But it's unacceptable, right? Because if this is the guy, right? Giannis went out there today and put up. Okay, LeBron's numbers for today are 23 points on 9 of 20 from the field goal range. He was 1 of 5 from 3. Also, he took a terrible long range 3, which it bricked and he got a long rebound. Go ahead.
Let's talk about that.
Go ahead.
That was a waste of possession. The fuck you 3 in the fourth quarter. Not only did you miss, but I believe they scored 2 points on that.
Yeah,
and that was a huge momentum swing in the fourth quarter. If you make it, cool, but you missed. You didn't get back on defense either.
Yeah, so, but I mean, just look at this line, bro. I mean, look, you're not going to win with AD being the minus 20 for the game, Danny Green minus 20, KCP minus 18. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Both LeBron and AD played about 40 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, and you're not going to win that way either.
Let's get to this shit.
Go ahead.
Shaq and Kobe played 43 minutes a game in 2001, 2002, 2000. They were scoring over 60 plus in that. We need that from our stars, right?
Yeah.
Our stars combined for 51. 51's not getting it done. We need 60 and plus if you're going to play that amount of minutes.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Don't
post shit on Instagram. Don't post Revenge Watch King 17. Don't act like you're this if you're not that. And this is all right. So that's my problem. Don't post on IG. Don't act. Don't talk. Don't do this. Dame keeps it quiet. Keeps it humble. AD, Braun, they talk a lot. I love what they can be, but we need to see it. We don't care what happens if you win. Yeah, you can't talk this big in a loss. And
I agree.
That's why I told you before. This is going to be probably the most honest dialogue I've had about Lakers' chances with the playoffs. Yeah. We need you to be Kobe and Shaq, Kareem and Magic.
Yeah.
You can't be out there being subpar.
I agree.
Because you look at the rest of the roster. We've talked about this. It's not that great, but if you're 2 top 5 players in the league, you should be able to win with this group. You look at the Rockets. James Harden is winning games with Ben McLemore and Jeff Green playing. And I'm not trying to be mean.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not mean. How can you be mean? You're talking facts.
But we have Kuzma. We have Kuzma and Danny Green, who should be better than Jeff Green and Ben McLemore. But James Harden is able to get the best out of those 2 players, and LeBron and AD are not right now.
Yeah,
so I agree. That's troublesome to me because I spent all season saying once AD goes to the 5, this motor, this engine should be running well.
Yeah, and I thought Dwight actually played very well for you guys tonight as well. I thought that Dwight Howard deserved, and actually LeBron, I believe, is live right now. Yep, he's live right now. Should we listen to some Bron?
Did he make 2 free throws when it mattered? I don't want to listen to LeBron James right now.
Come on, man.
All right, let's hear him. Why are you wearing this hat when you lost, big dog?
Can you hear him?
Uh-oh.
No? Oh, well, never mind. I thought you could hear it, but basically,
he's I didn't add him to the stream.
Huh?
Let me see. It's adding to the stream. Can we hear him?
No, it's fine. It's fine. No. No, the audio didn't come through. But it's fine. But still, they have to be better than that, man. They really do. They just have to be better overall. I think that you can't afford to have subpar games. And also, you guys told me that Alex Caruso was going to be the guy. He took a 3 it was 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Alex Caruso, why are you taking the 3 with a minute and some seconds left on the clock? It's not your 3. It's not your 3. It's not like I don't understand.
No, I get that 3 because we were down by a lot, and I get you want to take 3s over 2s because 2s don't really matter when it's 1:30 left. Yeah. I get it. That's not his shot. Like, he shouldn't have shot that. But when he was in the game, I believe he was a plus in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
He played, I wouldn't say he shut down Dame, but he did enough to where you contain him.
Yeah.
The 2 threes that Dame hit, I don't think AD stepped up in the scheme they were running. If you watch the third quarter, Dwight stepped up on every pick and roll they took.
Mm-hmm.
AD stood back.
Yeah.
And then that's when Dame pulled up twice.
Yeah.
So Alex Caruso did what he should have done. AD didn't. So that's when I was like, dude, you're supposed to be the defense player of the year. We trust you to anchor this defense. You're not pulling up in the scheme.
Yeah, but this is my question, though. Okay, in a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, Dame Lillard going 9 of 21 is great for you, right? In a perfect world, CJ McCollum going 8 of 20 is great for you, right? In a perfect world, Yusef Nurkic going 4 of 11 is great for you, right? In a perfect world, Carmelo Anthony going 3 of 11 is great for you, and you still lost the game. But we have Glasses Malone. He calling in. He hit me up on my phone, so I told him to call in. Glasses, what's up, man? How you doing?
Sometimes I'll be looking like a genius.
Sometimes you be looking like a genius.
No, so why I love Glasses is he's a real Laker fan who
like a genius.
Brings that. Glasses is one of those Laker fans that brings the 2000s and 2010 Laker vibes and only cares about results. And that's why when his opinions come on the timeline, I like to listen to it.
Glasses? Hey, Glasses.
I told you, TV.
Yeah.
I told. What's crazy is just hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's a little slow, but go ahead.
Everybody's not gonna pay attention. Okay, everybody's not gonna catch. Gary Trent guarded LeBron James and kept him to 23 points. Gary Trent is 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah. Yeah, on 9 of 20 shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And that 9 of 20 wasn't really honest.
And Gary Trent is 6'5". He's 6'5", but still. Go ahead.
Gary Trent looks 6'2" and like 180. So I get it. So Glasses is right. Gary Trent.
The mismatch is LeBron James. Like, that's the mismatch. LeBron James has the mismatch with Gary Trent. Portland schemed incredible on Anthony Davis. They played him physical. They played him hard. You know what I mean? They was like, we're going to take fouls. We're going to do whatever it takes to we're going to play him tough. So literally they played great defense on AD. right? And then, like I said, the same thing. Off seasons, age players. Off seasons. Danny Green, 4-month off season. LeBron James, 4-month off season. 4 weeks to get ready for the playoffs. They are flat. They are flat as 35, 36, 37-year-old veterans. They don't have legs. Whiteside throwing LeBron shit at the hoop at the end of the fucking game.
Yeah, and that's also, but also Terry Stotts was coaching at one point in time like he wanted them to lose because Whiteside was playing good, five whatevers, right? I think he had 5 blocks at that point in time, and then literally he subs him out for Nurkic to put Nurkic back in the end of the game, and the Lakers score, I think, like on almost 2 straight possessions. Stop taking him out. Like if Nurkic is going to be in foul trouble, clearly he can't deal with the physicality that Dwight brings. He can deal with JaVale, but he really can't deal with Dwight. Dwight had that man frustrated. He had that man in a rage cage tonight, and you have to stay with who's hot in that moment because Nurkic was frustrated, and Nurkic still had 16 and 15 rebounds. I don't know what y'all gonna do.
So I need LeBron to attack Gary Trent in the next game. Because
What'd you say?
I said I need LeBron to attack Gary Trent because, like, before Glasses came on, we were talking about the Gary Trent LeBron matchup. You can't go scoreless in the 4th when Gary Trent is guarding you. Gary Trent played at Duke. I did not see him strap up a single possession at Duke.
Yeah.
What in the entire hell are you doing? Not being able to attack that mismatch. LeBron, this is year 17. Your body's slowing down. You're supposed to play in the post. I didn't see you make a single post possession in the entire 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And I don't want to shut on Braun because, like, he took to the playoffs. Cool. We're a 50-win team. Cool. But I will say this. I don't want to admit that you're right, but he gets some kind of love about the media because Chris Webber was like, "Oh, that wraparound pass that he had." Okay. Let's talk about it.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about it. At first, I was like, "Okay, that was a nice pass," because I thought he did something to it.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes later, they showed it on the replay, and it was just a regular wraparound.
I was
like, all right, JaVale's
regular.
I was like, somehow JaVale made that because JaVale threw up some wild shit that went in.
You're watching Jordan on the Lakers. I'm sorry. You're watching. Actually, you're watching Wizards Jordan on the Lakers, and this is LeBron's version of Wizards Jordan. That's what it is. So, my question for you, before I get ready to get out here and I'll let you talk your Lakers stuff is, what now for you guys? What do you guys got to do next game to win?
Ooh, let's get to before. Okay, we'll talk about it. What we need to do is we need to put 80 at the 5, and we got to run more Kuzma at the 4. Markieff needs to play more. JaVale or Dwight only needs to be playing once, like one stint each half, and that's when 80 is out. Whenever one of those is in foul trouble, pull them out. But we only need to see one big going forward. And hell, even experiment LeBron at the 4 because if you cannot attack Gary Trent at the 3, we need to assess what we're doing going forward.
Yeah.
If you can't attack Gary Trent. Because again, I've watched the Blazers play a lot in the bubble, and he does not strike me as a defensive prowess. Neither does Carmelo Anthony. Yet you're scoring 23 points when the Blazers couldn't stop me, you, Pavy, and AD and LeBron out there.
And Glasses out there. Literally, we was all on the floor. We might be able to drop a smooth 20.
We scored 93 points with the Nets. The Brooklyn Nets minus Kyrie, minus KD, minus Spence, minus DeAndre Jordan. 4 All-NBA players at one point. We couldn't score over 100 points. And let's get to this. Let's get to what I want to talk about.
Go ahead. Let's do it.
LeBron, this is not the East. I don't care about your postseason messages. I don't care about 0 Dark 30. I don't care about, year 17, wash 17, revenge season. I don't care about what you're doing with Space Jam. We're the fucking Los Angeles Lakers, dog. We do not give a shit about what you do elsewhere. We did not care that Shaq was in Shazam. We didn't care Kobe that was in Beyonce Destiny's Child music videos. We didn't care that Kobe was playing against Beyonce's dad. We didn't care about Kobe jumping over Aston Martins. We didn't care about him jumping in the pool with snakes. We cared about we cared about Kobe, motherfucking Bryant, and Shaq winning games. We cared about.
By the way, as Charles Barkley said, if you guys get swept, you lose on 8/24.
Oh, I do not want to do this broadcast if we get swept on 8/24. I will not do this broadcast if we get swept on 8/24. I will not disrespect Kobe's legacy if we get swept on 8/24. I will not do that. Kobe brought so much to the Laker organization. So did Shaq. So did Kareem. So did Magic. So did Wilt. So did Jerry. I can go on and on. So did Elgin.
They say you don't deserve LeBron. They say Lakers fans don't deserve LeBron.
Do we, Laker fans, does LeBron deserve us? Does LeBron deserve us? Do you hear how? Hold on. Do you hear how? Okay, no. I don't care. Does LeBron deserve us? We speak about Trevor Ariza like he was Scottie fucking Pippen. You hear about Lamar Odom, you would think he was like Charles Barkley in his prime. You hear Pau Gasol's name, we want his numbers in the rafters. You would think he's Tim Duncan. Once you win in LA, you're immortalized. We don't care what you did. You hear D Fish? We say D Fish hit more clutch shots than Steph Curry.
Yeah, y'all lied.
No, don't say LeBron doesn't. Don't say we don't deserve LeBron. Once you win in LA, you're a GOAT. We don't care about what you did elsewhere. We do not care. LeBron, yes, thanks for getting us to the playoffs. Thanks for getting us 50 wins. We want to see your number. We want to see 17 on the way. But Gary Trent can't stop you. Yeah. You should not allow yourself to be stopped by Gary Trent. So all those LeBron fans, I don't give a shit. We are Laker fans. My name is King Watch. Yes, it's ironic as shit because I am a Lakers fan. I don't care. LeBron could put up 51, 8 and 8. Did we win? No, we lost. I do not care. Oh, he has the most assists in the Lakers debut in his playoffs. He's a triple-double. I do not care. We lost to the goddamn 8 seed by 7. And I know this is gold because this is just authentic like we don't care. Caruso scored 2 points, yet he was actually a difference maker when it was almost mattered.
You are hurt, bro.
Like, I saw Dame take 2 bad shots. Shout out PG for that. Dame took 2 bad shots and made it.
Yo, switch too, which is kind of crazy. So, yeah, man, it's not the East. It's really not. And they've been operating like it's the East, but it's not the East. It's the West. And the monsters come out to play in the West. Like, they really do.
Our last championship run in 2010, every team in the West was above 50 wins. I don't need to hear about, oh, this is the toughest championship run for me that I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, he said that. He said that.
Yeah, he said that today.
He said that.
Everyone's in the goddamn bubble. Everyone's going through what you're going through. Everyone misses their family. Everyone misses everything outside of Orlando. Do I hear them complaining? Do I hear Dame doing any of that? Dame just goes bye-bye to opponents. Dame goes this. LeBron goes miss. Like, I don't know what needs to happen next game. I just need to see AD attack. I
don't know if he got it in him, bro.
I need AD to stop playing like 7-foot Harden.
That's his game, though.
That's actually a disservice to Harden because I've seen Harden. I don't want to like admit this, but I've seen Harden put the team on his back.
Yeah, he has. He has.
And I was wild when I said that AD could do what Harden did, but tonight I didn't see it. And this is not an overreaction to game one. It's just, dog, you have Nurkic and Whiteside.
Yeah.
This isn't Ben Wallace. This isn't Dikembe Mutombo. This isn't Patrick Ewing. This is Yosef Nurkic and Hassan Whiteside, who got booted out of Miami. He was basically dumped off the deal because Miami did not want to pay the man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So, I guess, before I get ready to get out of here, because I don't want my lady to kill me, I just have to say, who wins game 2 and what's the score?
Listen, I know we had that bet before where I have to Dougie or whatever in a Celtic jersey.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, you still owe me that, by the way.
I'm willing to double or nothing. Anything you want to in like regards to that. I gotta like shave like a Blazer thing in my head. If Blazers get if the Lakers lose game 2, I will put a Blazer logo right here. And I mean that shit.
You go shave a Blazer logo in your head.
It's going right here. Or you can put the damn time watch. Whatever you want. If Lakers lose game 2, I'm putting that here.
If Lakers lose game 2, y'all getting swept.
I don't think we're in swept, but we lose the series if it lose game 2.
If y'all lose game 2, if not swept, y'all losing in 5.
Yeah.
But I do think that the Lakers will win game 2. I think they win game 2 like 113 to 107. Also think this is the thing. The Lakers have to get out and score. I know that Portland is a high scoring team, but the Lakers have to score as well. They can't be under 100. They can't be near 100. They have to be near 110 in order for them to be able to win. So, we'll see. But I'm going to get up with you later, man. Enjoy the rest of your show. All right, peace out.
All right, see you, man. So just against the Blazers, we cannot score less than 100 points. They are the worst defensive team in the bubble. And with TBJ, if the Lakers do lose game 2, I will put a Blazer logo right here or the Dame Time watch. Because there is no reason this team should be losing 2 straight to the Blazers. There's no reason that this series should go more than 5 or 6. And it is what it is. All right, so I just want to address the LeBron fans coming in the mentions because I see all of you guys commenting Lakers would still be with Lonzo Ball if it wasn't for LeBron. Cool. Like, we lost game 1. We're supposed to be this gauntlet in the West. Cool. It is what it is. Portland doesn't play defense at all. And we scored less than 100 points. We're supposed to have shooters around LeBron with KCP, Danny Green, Kuzma, Caruso, Dion, JR. Yet Vogel doesn't know how to coach. Vogel, I don't know what to do with Vogel. I do not want Jason Kidd, and Vogel can't coach, so I don't know what to do. And I don't know what adjustments they make for game 2. And home court really doesn't mean shit. Game 1, you would have heard Staples rocking, but you don't hear Staples rocking at all. And yes, Chase Harris. No, who was it? Blame Vogel. Yes. What's what? You start with Anthony Davis and JaVale. Look up JaVale's stats in the bubble. Look up JaVale's stats in the past 30, 40 games the Lakers have played. The Lakers are a minus when JaVale plays. Anytime you put JaVale on the court is a disservice to the Los Angeles Lakers. And you basically give the other team a plus 10, plus 15 point advantage when you play AD next to JaVale. What happens if you subtract 15 from the 8 that the Lakers lost by? Lakers win by 7. So it is what it is. All right, this was funny from Country Kong. Got 80 shooting numbers on the hat. This is funny as hell, but we're not going to disrespect Kobe tonight. Funny joke, but let's keep going with it. Should have kept Brook Lopez. Yes, we should have. If you're going to pay JaVale McGee that much money, yes, keep Brook Lopez because he can space the floor and he can play defense. So it is what it is. The problem is the Lakers have no shooting. They showed in the bubble the last 4 games that they can shoot. Vogel just has to kind of coach. And outside of Indianapolis, when they had a deep roster, has he coached? We're yet to see. They won 50-plus games off of talent this year alone. So we don't know if he can actually coach yet. And I'm not trying to be a LeBron fan that just blames coaches. No, LeBron can't let Gary Trent block him up like that. LeBron can't let Gary Trent clamp him up. But you also can't put LeBron in positions where there's 2 bigs on the floor when it's winning time. And yes, the Blazers are hot. This is why I was nervous if it was what's it called? If it was like a March Madness kind of theme with where it's just one game and whoever wins one game advances because the Blazers have continued to win elimination games. Because Dame could have gone on like a Kemba-like run, but I do think that the Lakers. I still do think the Lakers win this series. It's just if it was a 1-game series, I don't know if I would have bet multiple people that the Lakers win the series because, like we saw Kemba in 2011 in the Big East, Dame could have done this, and so we'll see. I want to LeBron picked apart the Blazers. Did he really, or are the Blazers letting LeBron kind of just live with setting other people up? Because yes, the Lakers can game plan to work around that, but other teams can also just let LeBron, hey, go ahead and pass it to him, but you're still stuck with Gary Trent on you. Like LeBron James is LeBron James. LeBron James is a top 2 NBA player of all time. Should Gary Trent stop you from getting to the cup? Should Gary Trent stop you from being the second best player in the world? Gary Trent should not be the Ruben Patterson. Shout out Ruben Patterson. You are the Kobe stopper. You should not be that. There's just no way. And LeBron James pulling up for the fuck you threes. LeBron James pulling up for those just random layups where he floods his arm. You're better than that. And you're supposed to be better than that. That's why I have your jersey hanging in my closet. That's why your jersey is going to be hanging in the Heat, the Cavs, and hopefully the Lakers chat. But it just is what it is. I do not want to see Hassan Whiteside getting 5 blocks again. Like, AD, you're better than that. KCP, you're better than that by throwing up that wild layup in the fourth quarter. I don't know. I do not know what the Lakers need to do to solve this riddle. They need to have a big look at themselves in the mirror saying team chemistry is great when they're all playing. LeBron needs to say, hey, AD, we play better when you're at the 5. Also, JRL, I've seen you a couple times in the comments. Yes, I am a Kobe fan. I am also a Los Angeles Laker fan. Blame LeBron. Yes, I also blame Kobe for 2006, 2007 when he quit on the Lakers in Game 7, and we also got ran on the floor the year after. So you can make all these jokes about how I just blame LeBron. I also blame Kobe for the 2011 showing. So congrats for trying to come up with false narratives where Lakers only blame LeBron for what happened. When you are the best in the league, when you are a top 2, top 3 best player in the league, we expect great things. We expect titles. We expect MVPs. We expect finals MVPs. So if you want to say we blame LeBron, we also blame Kobe. We also blame Shaq. We also blamed all the countless greats that you see when you look up in Staples Center. We blamed all of those guys. We just hold players to a higher standard here in Los Angeles. We're not Cleveland. We're not Miami, where you guys didn't win anything before you got there, before you infiltrated their fan system and did whatever the hell you wanted. We know what winning basketball looks like. We know what championship basketball looks like. When you don't play to the standard you're going to be, we hold you accountable. We also have held AD accountable the entire time he's been in the bubble. He's played 3 or 4 great games. He's played 4 awful games. You've heard the slander from Laker fans since. So no, it's not we're blaming LeBron. We just expect you to be able to score on Gary Trent when it's time to win. We saw what Dame did when it was time to win. We expect LeBron to be able to do that as well. Fans ran Pau out of LA. It was done after the failed CP3 trade. After that, it was a wrap. There was no saving any of that. That's why Odom requested the trade after as well. So again, fans ran Pau out of LA. No, all of us want Pau's number in the Raptors retired Hall of Fame, and not a statue for Pau, but we want him next to Kobe's numbers in LA. So again, once you win in LA, we love you. And I would agree LeBron's playing passive. you kind of have to when Frank Vogel plays two bigs. So like I said, blame number one has to go on Vogel. You can't play two bigs when LeBron's in the game. You just can't. You're giving the other team an advantage once you play two bigs next to LeBron because Braun's not that reliable of a three-point shooter. And if you put AD and Dwight or Vail next to him, who aren't reliable three-point shooters as well, they're just going to pack the paint. That's why you see KCP and Danny Green going 0 or like 1 of 8 because they're just able to rotate and contest. And the shots aren't going to fall if that happens in LA. And I want to say, just make sure you guys keep following along. Keep watch LA, also Hoops and Brews, also this broadcast, and just make sure you guys like, comment, whatever. I try to acknowledge all of you guys' comments, all of you guys' like thoughts on basketball as well, because we're all Laker fans. We all want the best for the Lakers going forward. We all have different opinions on how that's going to happen. And it is what it is. We're going to disagree. We're going to fight. We're going to argue. But it's always respect from this side, and I hope it's that from your side as well. And great point from JG. Bron needs to come out of the gate. He didn't. I don't think he scored the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game. And I've heard other LeBron fans talk about like a LeBron fill-out game. It didn't seem like it was that to me. It seemed like they actually wanted to win game one, and they didn't. And I don't believe they had the personnel on the floor to win that. I don't know if that means more Dion. I don't know if that means more Kuz. I don't know if that means JaVale out of the starting lineup, 80 at the 5, and either Kuz or Keith at the 4, or LeBron at the 4, and you throw another guard /3 into the 3, but we'll see. And imagine LeBron and the Blazers. That was supposedly going to happen when he had that 2018 free agency, which, who cares? What's the Lakers' record since the bubble started? Not good. Not good at all. Is LeBron going to let Gary Trent guard him? I hope not. I hope that going forward that LeBron kind of takes that as like a slight on him. Like, that's you're going to have to guard me. Like, that's it. Granted, the Blazers don't have anyone that can guard him, but it is what it is. I hope LeBron drops 40 points next game. We need to see a little bit of 2018 LeBron in Los Angeles if we're going to win this series. Yes, it isn't a typical 1-8 seeding because of injuries, because of whatever the hell happened with Portland in the regular season before COVID and after COVID. But again, we've seen greats in LA deal with tough Western Conference opponents. We saw Kobe and Shaq deal with the Spurs. We saw Kobe and Powell deal with 51 teams the entire playoff seedings in the West. So if you want to be the best, if you want to be the greatest, if you want to be the GOAT, you have to take advantage of this opportunity. Like Gary Trent, Melo, Hazonja, these people can't guard you, LeBron. I don't care. It's year 17. These people can't guard you. You're 34, 35. I don't care. Mario Hazonja, Gary Trent, and Carmelo Anthony should not be able to get you off of the position you want to get. And if that happens, then we need to rethink our chances of if the Lakers are getting number 17. Because if you look at the defenders coming up, if you look at the Rockets, if you look at the Clippers, if you look at the Bucks, if Gary Trent, Hazonja, and Melo can stop you from getting 30 points against the worst defensive team in the bubble and the playoffs still, then oh boy, it's going to be a problem. And this has been Daniel Beltz from King Watch. And like I said, I want to keep the same energy with the Bucks. They also lost to an 8th seed, and the Magic are worse than the Blazers. But as TPJ said, the Blazers are more of a threat to win the series than the Magic are. So, like, I get it. But, like, for the 1 seed, we handled business. We attacked. We did this in the entire regular season. Where is that now? We need to play more playoff basketball. We need to play more playoff rotations that are suitable for the Lakers winning basketball games. I do not like coming up here talking negatively about AD and LeBron because I do think AD should be the face of the franchise going forward. Just my guy, you cannot play like James Harden going forward. You cannot play like Joel Embiid. I didn't see much of a defensive anchor outside of the 2 possessions you blocked Dame on. Like, we need you more than that. I don't need to see you sagged off onto Wyndham Gabriel. If you want to be the 5, you got to be the 5. Because the first 6 minutes and the first 6 minutes of the third quarter, you were tasked with guarding Wyndham Gabriel. You got like a kind of a breather on defense. What we're doing on offense, not a goddamn thing. So what are you doing? Are you saving up to go to the line after that? Where you missed 2 free throws in the fourth quarter that started the kind of the wave of the Blazers going. Like, once you guys missed 4 straight free throws, it was Blazers all after that. So if you're going to save energy on defense, cool. We need to see it on offense. Did you do it on offense? Nope. All you did was benefit from the whistle at the line, and that was it. And we try to keep it as real as we can on this stuff. I don't like to sugarcoat stats and losses. That's why you haven't heard me bring up any of whatever LeBron did or AD did tonight. I don't even know what Kuz scored or Kuz did not score. So, yeah, that's what it is. This has been Daniel Beltz. I appreciate all of you guys that have watched tonight, even the ones that only watched because the Lakers lost. I hope to talk to you next time the Lakers win after game 2. And if the Lakers are going to shoot 15% from 3, they might as well play 2 bigs and try to score in the paint. Nope. Because I believe the Lakers got out-rebounded in the first half while shooting that bad from the floor. So you can't have it both ways. You can't play big and also get out-rebounded. Yes, the laws of the mean averaged out after that, but the 3-point shot didn't happen. So it is what it is. And the Bucks did not have a lead tonight. I try to get that across, but the Magic are not the Bucks. No. The Magic are not the Blazers. So I don't think the Magic have any threat of winning that series. I do think after tonight that the Blazers do have a chance to win the series, which I did not think was possible before, because I thought you put Anthony Davis and LeBron in a series together, they should not lose to the Blazers. Because if you saw Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis swept the Blazers today, and the Lakers passed up on Melo. They passed up on a lot of players that could have actually made a difference tonight, like Jeff Green, who was in Houston, who made a difference, like Carmelo Anthony. It just is what it is. I did not want to be talking to you guys tonight after the Lakers lost 1-0. I was hoping for the first time in 7 years to be talking to you guys after the Lakers won game 1. I was hoping to kind of be a little turnt, kind of be a little drunk after all the Bud Lights and Dust Bowl IPAs therapists that I had, and also the Jose Cuervo margaritas that I had earlier in the day. But it's a humbling experience after watching the Lakers get beat by the Blazers in the fourth quarter. Do I think JR and Waiters should be on the floor tonight? No. Dion, yes. JR, no. But if KCP is going to continue to shoot that badly and also not really play that great of defense, maybe give JR a shot. But this was something that I was hoping to have kind of like figured out in the bubble before playoff game started, but the Lakers kind of like just said F these games for the first 8 games in the bubble and just said we'll figure it out when the postseason happens, and turns out they did not. And again, all these criticisms about playoff LeBron, is it activated? Fair criticism. If you can't score on Gary Trent, what are you doing? And this is a humbling night for Laker fans. This was not what we wanted to see. AD's already played 13, 14 playoff games. We wanted just to see a little bit more than just trying to bait the refs into foul calls, and that's all you were doing for the floor tonight. We will speak probably Thursday night after, hopefully, the Lakers win game 2. This has been Daniel Beltz for the night. Make sure you guys follow King Watch Twitter, Hoops and Brews Twitter. Make sure you guys like and follow the podcast, the YouTube channel, MLG, and make sure you guys follow all of that. Go ahead and, if you guys want to donate to the Patreon as well. There's a link to all of that as well. And by the next time we talk, hopefully the Lakers tie the series 1-1. Hopefully we have a guest next week as well, once the Lakers tie the series 1-1. And any Lakers talk you want to talk to between now and Thursday, go ahead and just @ me on Twitter. Ooh, good question before I follow up, before I take off. Do I think the Lakers lose the series if they lose game 2? Yes. This is not a team, at least what they've shown tonight, in the bubble. And going forward, do I think the Lakers lose the series if they lose game 2? Yes. If we lose game 2, it's a wrap. Because you look over in Portland, you see Dame, certified killer, probably the second best point guard in the entire league after Steph. If you want to put Lowry in the conversation, because Lowry stepped up in the finals last year and in the Eastern Conference Finals, go for it. If you want to put Russ because he averaged triple doubles, go for it. But yeah, I would say this series is over if the Lakers lose game 2, and I don't think that's a far-fetched opinion. The Blazers have staved off an elimination countless number of times. They've won in must-win games, and Dame just seems to be on a mission. I don't know if that's going to result in title. I don't know if that's going to result in a second-round exit, but he's playing like he's been disrespected for his entire life, and it just is what it is. And yes, he has came back from 3-1 down before, but outside of Anthony Davis and LeBron James, are you that confident in players 3 through 15? I don't know. That Cavs team was very much underrated in the aspects of switching, defense, three-point shooting, and timely plays in the fourth quarter. I hope people understand that, but it is what it is. And for G. Dutra, cool. Let me listen to your podcast. Whatever you want to talk basketball, let me hear your opinions, and let's go for it. If you want to say this is poop, let's listen to whatever the hell you want to say. Tag me in your podcast, tag me in your takes on Twitter, and let's talk basketball. Let me hear what you have to say, and let me laugh at you as well. And for the rest of you fans, thanks for tuning in. This has been Daniel Beltz from Lakers Talk, King Watch LA, and I hope the next time I talk to you guys, the Lakers tie the series up 1-1. And take care.